And it goes like this. We'll get in your car and you'll need to kiss me. We'll talk for hours and lie on the backseat.
Today's mission is a Yosemite trip. Driving 8 hours out to Yosemite and taking pretty much only back roads, because fuck the highway. In a few hours, should be checking back and setting up camp. But we're gonna get there when it's dark, so this is gonna be a bit dark when we arrive. Currently, we're driving through the desert, which, as you can see, is quite beautiful and very entertaining to watch while driving. Check back after we get to camp. Our trip begins with us driving into the unforgiving desert. Its hot landscapes and cruel demeanor brought us closer towards our goal. The quiet back roads through the desert and ever-expanding road eventually got to my headspace while driving. Ooh, I just woke up. I was a sleepy guy. Our first glimpse of achieving our goal of making it to Yosemite is the high Sierras, Mount Whitney, and its beckoning call, taunting me with its shadow. In front of us lies a seemingly endless array of mountains and challenges soon to come. Through the mountains, here we go. Through the mountains, here we go. Sam! And answer back to me! Through the mountains, here we go. Finally, we push through our first of many inclines in order to get to our destination. A seemingly endless valley of mountains to introduce us to our challenges to come. What's up, OGs? Here we are, out in the woods. Camp has been set up. So obviously we made it. Long drive, got here in the dark, set up everything in the dark, which was super pleasant. And we also got our permits for Half Dome. So we are doing Half Dome on Sunday, which should be pretty amazing. Today's plan is going to be a series of short hikes because we're going to be anticipating doing Half Dome, because Half Dome is going to be 16 miles total and a total elevation gain of like 5,000 feet, which is kind of ridiculous for a one-day hike, but I'm gonna make it happen. High altitude training, baby. The bluish gray mountains jutted out of the ground as if hit by hammers from the gods, intimidating in both height and intensity. We ventured forth to the first of our hikes. We couldn't help but be awestruck by the beauty of the mountains cascading above, and the trees that seemingly gave us shade through these hot days. The first of our hikes was Glacier Point. It was a 2-mile hike that went up about 500 feet. We wanted to do something that wasn't too crazy, but would get us acclimated to the weather and conditions that we were about to undergo. This also gave us a better idea of what we were up against in the day to come. 35. It's 35 in here, hot rodders. Don't go a mile over. All right, so today, this is a 2-mile hike, and we're only at like 7,000 feet. So tomorrow, we're gonna be hiking up that, and we go like around it and then up the back. So that's 8 miles of pure bliss right there. And all right, the Domey homies are gonna go up and around the back so we can get to the top. In the afternoon, we did a waterfall hike, which expanded about 2 miles. At the end of this hike, there was a stunning waterfall that extended up about 600 feet.
So we ended up climbing and rock crawling across all of the rocks nearby until we could get a good enough view.
What's up, OGs? After a long day of hiking, dipping the grippers as per tradition. Military style, baby. Yeah.
Following our picturesque hike up the falls, we wanted to see our trailhead to know how we were going to navigate and get on the trail. While driving up to the trailhead, we were met with a valley and bowl of mountains, only to intimidate us further. The high point of our day was being in Yosemite Valley with El Cap and its peers, standing above us only to make us feel smaller for the intense feat that we were about to undergo.
What's up, OGs? It's currently 4 in the morning. The reason I'm up this early is because I gotta get on that trail. I gotta get after it. And basically, we're not the only ones up right now. There are people who were preparing for this months in advance. A spooky tale on how the prepared meet the unprepared. Ooh. My one is down! Except it's really up because we've gone up 500 feet. 500. But we got like 5,000 more. 5,000. So, we're Audi 5,000, my friends. We're gonna be back, checking back, in the next mile. They want the ass! That's what the bitches want. They want the ass! They want to watch me walk up the hill. That's why I'm up here. Around Half Dome, straight to the top. This is mile 2. You don't get filmed that way. It's really hard to hike, but that's what we call a waterfall. Beautiful and watery. Mile 4. I feel much less ambitious than I did 2 miles ago. But at least we can finally see Half Dome. We're going up the spine of the mountain. The spine. Yeah. Vertebrae. We got 2 miles left. This is a home stretch, baby. Home stretch. We're so close, but yet so far, because we have to go pretty much straight uphill. I'm gonna use cables, and apparently crampons were recommended to do this hike.
Crampons.
But who needs them? I don't. I certainly don't. With my slick ass boots.
Yeah. That's like almost vertical, dude. That's crazy. So you scared of heights?
No, what makes you say that? Oh my god.
I think he's trying to sneak up on the cliff.
Oh my god. What up, OGs? We made it all the way to the top. And we're also out of water because we didn't pack enough. Check back at the stream because that's the only water we can think of.
Base jump. That's it.
So that mountain right there, it's a big fat liar. You know how I know? Because me and hiking partner walked right past it thinking, oh, we'll be there in like an hour. 7 hours later, we're at the top of Half Dome. So this mountain is full of shit, and I hate it. But we are currently on the descent, and at the bottom of this hill lies a delicious slushy for my efforts. This is the day after the hike, and that hike kind of destroyed us. We had a lot of setbacks because we kind of didn't really prepare enough to go on this hike. We didn't realize that like after mile 4 there were no water stops, so at the very peak of this trail we had no water, and the peak of Half Dome is, you know, no trees, no shadows, basically no shade whatsoever. So it was like 100 degrees and we're doing this with no water. So on our way back we had like water fatigue. You know, we were running to rivers, drinking out of the streams and shit. Like not very smart, but you know, it got us to the end of the trail. So 16 miles down and complete, plus the 2 extra for up and back to the car. So I would consider it a success because we're here at camp. We obviously made it, but I would say if you're planning on doing Half Dome, bring about 7 liters of water if you're like, you know, 280 pounds plus or around that weight, as well as lots of sunscreen and bug spray, because there are a shit ton of bugs on that path.
Exhausted and paralyzed from our perilous journey the day before, the mountains waved goodbye to us with beautiful landscapes and winding roads as we ventured home. Back into the desert in the heat, however, significantly cooled off from the beautiful views. We've officially made it back from Yosemite. What I've taken from this trip is going to push me into the next one, because now I'm incredibly motivated to get onto the next trail and the next peak and the next mountain. If you like this content and you want to see more of it, like and subscribe. I plan on doing more hikes up taller mountains. Hopefully by the end of this year I'll be doing Whitney. I got the next videos planned, 50 tallest peaks in California. So I think the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to go state by state, because, you know, I'm pretty close to a lot of pretty big mountains.